It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, June 25th, 2022. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes, as always, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. I apologize if you hear a fan in the background. It's kind of warm in here this morning, so yay, that's always fun. And what am I talking about? Well, DIY Perks Guy is now officially a fucking wizard, according to Kotaku. An actual wizard has rebuilt his PlayStation 5 to less than an inch wide. Yes, he has made the world's first ever PS5 Slim. And he is blowing the hell up about it. Seriously, this was actually a pretty cool video. Especially the little goof up and screw up that he made. Really nails it home, and I'll explain that. Remember Rent-A-Girlfriend, the anime that's kind of questionable to some people, yet funny to the rest of us? Well, there's a life-size Chizuru figure that's now available for date photos. You know, for those of us otaku that have no lives and can probably afford some extra, and probably have some extra cash to burn, there's some wonderful there for you. No More Heroes 3. Honestly, this is a game I did not think was going to make it past, maybe, I figured when I saw the second one came out, I'm like, okay, it's just going to have a sequel. It's not going to be a trilogy. No, it's going to be a freaking trilogy. Holy shit. That's impressive for starters. But yes, the trailer has dropped ahead of its fall releases. Or ahead of fall release anyway. And the new promo for My Hero Academia Season 6 has dropped, showing some intense battles. And my guess is going to be that in Season 6 we're going to have the ultimate battle that happened in the manga that was like a good X amount of chapters long and really changed the massive dynamic of this entire series. Like, huge change there. So all this and more this week I'm talking about. But of course, you know the song and dance by now. I'm sure you do. If not, sing along. From the words, it's fine. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff for sale. I'm not even joking. Please, for the love of God, check it out. One person's trash is always another person's treasure on the worldwide flea market that is eBay. Where else could you find Kleenexes that were used by Dr. Dre, or possibly some of Shatner's old toupees, movie props, other stuff? I mean, you can name it, you can have it. And hey, eBay, if you want me to be a spokesperson for you, I'm available. Hit me up and talk to me. I know my channel doesn't get that many views, but I'll sing your praises. I've been using you since 2012, hence why my account name is ARHOADS-2012. But yes, I have a wide variety of stuff. Trading cards, DVDs, action figures, some plushies I just put up yesterday, including a Spider-Man and a Sergeant from Beetle Bailey. Yes, and an Astro. There's a whole bunch of stuff, weird stuff. A lot of it's up on bids and auctions. Some stuff has a buy it now, like some graphics cards. You name it, though. Worldwide variety of stuff is available on this worldwide flea market. That is eBay. So why not come check them out? And while you're there, check me out. It's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. While you're out there on the information superhighway, too, swing on over to Social Media City and come on down to the block of Twitter and talk to me over there at Otaku Rhodes. That's the @ symbol. Capital OTAKU, capital RHOADS, over on Twitter. There's also the Web Designer 18 Facebook page. We do have a Patreon and Ko-fi page. I'm actually planning to do another tier for Patreon. I have some ideas to go into that, but I'll say about that and how my week went. And, see, we have Ko-fi, we have Patreon. Oh, I have a t-shirt thingy, too. A link in the description. Go check that out. There's other stuff on there, too. There's some bags, like a nice little tote bag. There's some phone cases, mugs. Well, they started doing mugs. I don't think I did any of the mugs yet, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff on that site, too. And they're starting to do digital stuff as well, which really got me interested because I kind of like that idea, so I was looking into Etsy for that, too. But, hey, you know, it's nice to kind of put stuff out everywhere. But yeah, there's the links down in the description. I can't even, because I'm not going to pay for a domain name. I'm not, honestly don't have the cash to burn. I am literally pinching my pennies, so yeah, I don't have the cash to burn. But yes, I do have a store over there. Link in the description, as always. If you want me to put a link to my eBay page in the description, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can be made aware of when new videos drop right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Alright, so, Andrew, how'd your week go? Well, just fucking beautiful. And before we go any further into this, though, I want to stress the following here for anybody out there. I do not talk about politics or religion on my channel. So, if you're looking for a place to hide because you're tired of everything going on right now, if you live in the U.S. or you live overseas, my channel is a welcome haven for you because politics and religion are checked at the door. They don't come into my channel, nor will they ever be part of my channel. And if they ever do become part of my channel, that's when I hang it the hell up. But yes, so I just want to get that out there. I know that I know a massive thing happened yesterday in the U.S. I know not a lot of people are happy about it. I understand that. I will not talk about it. That's all the further I'm going into it. That's all the more I got to say. I'm not talking about it. You want to hear people on YouTube talk about it? Find another channel. I'm not that channel. Consider me like the, you have 18,000 news channels. Consider me your one entertainment channel. I don't do news. I don't talk about politics or religion, nor will I ever. So, there you go. I mean, there's like some articles that I've had that I've tiptoed, but they've been that they follow the path of my actual channel. And I did not dive any further into it than what the article said. So there was that. But yes, just wanted to get that out there. So how was my week? It could have been a lot better. It started off kind of fine. I cleaned part of my mom's room up for her on Monday. She's been helping a friend of ours out during a couple days a week. And while she was gone, I'm like, oh, I'll finally clean up this little section of her room here that's been bugging me for a while. You know, I clean it up, make it nice, surprise her. Yeah, she was surprised. She was surprised. I was kind of expecting a little more of a shock and awe, especially because I left the freaking window wide open. So that if she walked right into it and the bright light kind of got her attention, she'd be like, oh my god, it's really nice. It's like, no. It's like, oh, you cleaned it. No, nice. And I'm like, okay, I got no response. Cool. That was perfect. And she was probably just tired, but still, it was kind of like, all right, whatever. So that was Monday. Tuesday was uneventful, sadly. Wednesday and Thursday, I drove my uncle around. It was his designated Uber driver, basically, because he's sick. He can't really drive himself right now, which is fine. I didn't mind that. Mentally, though, I did, but that's another story. And yesterday was... I was hoping yesterday was going to be peaceful. I really freaking was. And for those of you that know, that don't know or haven't been following along, I lost my job earlier in the month. In fact, I lost my job 18 days ago. Let's get it right. I lost it on the 7th, if I remember correctly. I'm looking at a calendar here. Yes, I lost it on the 7th. So 18 days ago, I lost my job. And I thought it'd be nice and let like a couple people know. I thought it'd be nice. The uncle that I drove around, I thought I'd let him know. I told my one friend that I keep in touch with via text message, and my mom. And then I was telling everybody else, and immediately it's like, okay. So, and I'm really thankful to my friends and some of my family members for we want to help you. Here's some places, here's a couple leads that I have for you. But this is the point that I started having issues way back in 2016. In 2016... was the breaking point for me. That was my breaking point mentally. We just buried Grandma at the start of the year. Like, literally the second day of the year, we had her funeral. My one uncle had died in, I think it was July, or June or July, we had his funeral. I don't remember. I want to say July. I want to say like late June, early July. I want to say July. I want to say July we had his funeral. Or his little service. I want to say July. I'm probably wrong, but I want to say July. But anyway, and throughout this entire time, my mom and I were dealing with car problems. We had a 2001 Mercury Sable. Now, to be fair, the transmission on this thing was going for a long time. And we knew about it. My grandfather knew about it because it was a company car that he drove around back and forth where he worked at, and when he retired, they're like, take the car. Consider that your gift for all your years of service. He hated the car, but my mom and I needed a car. He goes, here, you guys have it. He goes, I don't want it. I hate it. You guys take it. Hey, sweet. I loved it. I loved that car. Well, the transmission was already starting to go then, and yeah, it finally decided to die. Now, to be fair, we got that car in 2008, because that's when my grandfather retired. So that thing lasted an extra 8 years with us. And then the transmission finally crapped out. It finally broke. And we're like, oh God, that's it. It finally died. And of course, I'm getting screamed at and yelled at and hollered at left, right, and sideways by family members because I'm not employed. I'm lazy, I'm mooching, I'm doing all sorts of stuff. And the one relative was just real nice about it, and just, it was finally the point that broke me. Because we had it taken down to the one garage that a friend of ours knew, the people that worked there, or actually that owned it, and my one relative was like, no, we're going to go down there and get that car back, and we're going to get it fixed, because blah, 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 and he's laying into me the whole way down there, laying into me the whole way back, laying into me when we're getting it off the flatbed, and oh, that was just fucking fun. And that was a Saturday. If you ever want to feel low about yourself, like, and I mean low as shit, like, you cannot even begin to fathom how low you need to feel, let me tell you this right now. When you're getting bitched at for stuff that is far beyond your control, that there is no possible way that you could have predicted that this was going to happen at this exact moment, at this exact second, and they're blaming you for it, and they just like lay into you like they are basically pressing you down into the ground, and they are trying to, introduce you to the asphalt, metaphorically, and you're having a very intimate relationship with it, you're not going to be feeling any better towards that person or people ever again. They're on a permanent watch list in your mind mentally, and that's how it is with me. So that was a fun experience. Now it's 2016, and in 2016 September, I got my job at Five Below. I was working up there for 5.5 years, a little over 5.5 years, and I left them to get this other job that I ended up losing. So, now I'm back to I'm getting screamed at. And I like how this relative is like, well, can't you go back to Five Below? Yeah, I could go back. I could put in another application. The question is, do I want to? 5.5 years, I was kind of mistreated up there. Management, no offense to the one that I actually keep in touch with, but most of the time it was basically, you bend to our wills, we don't bend to you. And it's like, do I really want to go back? And the answer is really no. I mean, yes, I need money. Yes, I need a job. But do I want to go back to that mental anguish? No. Not particularly, no. And even if I did go back, they'd still be complaining. This is a family member that no matter what I do, it's not good enough. I could win the lottery. They'd still be mad at me. They'd still call me a mooch and other shit. I could invent something that revolutionizes the world, and they would still bitch and complain at me because I'm not working in a full 40-hour-plus week job. I don't have 3 part-time jobs or so. That's what pisses them off. Can't do anything online, can't do anything remotely, no work from home. You need to physically be at a job doing manual labor because I'm too much of a fucking idiot. And that entire mindset for me got pulled right back up yesterday. It was already like inching its way back up to the surface for the last couple weeks, to be fair. But Wednesday, Thursday, and yesterday, it just kind of brought itself right back up, and yesterday just burst right through the ground. Because this particular relative was like, I know some people, blah, 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 put in an application here, here, and here, they're hiring. Goes, they can't find your application. Did you fill it out? Are you sure you filled it out? Yes, I'm sure I filled it out. Yes, I'm sure I filled it out. Yes, I'm sure I filled it out. And yes, I'm sure I submitted it. Well, they can't find it. They can't find it. They can't find it. So I have that mental anguish going on. And to be fair, and this is something that not a lot of people know, and I know this is running a little long, but this is something that a lot of people don't know. I have not slept well for the last, and I'm not even joking about this, to be honest with you, okay? I have not slept well for the last 3 months. This is back when I was still working at Five Below yet. I was not getting a lot of sleep because I was trying to get a lot of stuff done. I was looking for another job. I was trying to appease everybody that I could, trying to get this, and this working, and nothing was panning out. And then I finally get this other job, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's going to be a massive shift. And it was. I had a little more free time in the mornings because I would still get up at 2:30 in the morning, take care of my other stuff, take about an hour nap, get ready and go to work, be at work by 9. And then when I lost that job, which is the first job that I've ever been terminated from, I'm basically, it floored me, and I'm still floored about it. So that kind of screwed me over. But now, because I have the mounting stress of, this isn't working out, I want to try to get this started, and I'm trying to work on this, and this to try to get some extra money to come in. All the while, I'm getting screamed at because I'm not putting in applications. What I am, there's the mental stress that is now making it so I'm not getting much sleep. In fact, I'm getting like micro naps, and I've noticed this. I'm getting micro naps. I'm getting micro naps, like during the day. I'm getting micro naps. I think I know yesterday morning I fell asleep for like maybe 40 minutes. So that was a nice nap. I am not gonna lie, I fell asleep for like 40 minutes, sitting at my computer, and I'm like, I dozed off, and I woke back up, and I'm like, oh my god, it was almost 9 o'clock, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And when I went to sleep, when I looked the last time, it was just about 8 o'clock, and I slept for about a good 45 minutes, so it was a nice nap. And it's just what's been happening lately. So, I mean, but yeah, that is literally how my week has been. I did start Andrew Rants, put a new video up for that. And Patreon, I am thinking about adding a tier in Patreon. So I know a lot of other patrons and other YouTubers do this, where they have Patreon-sponsored review months. And I was thinking the same thing. And what I'm thinking about doing it with this is, and let me know in the comments if this sounds good. Then again, not a lot of people listen to my show, so who the hell am I kidding? I'm thinking of, look, if you're a patron and you want to sign up for this tier, then you get a choice once a month. Once a month, I will, because it's charged monthly. If this does work out, I will be doing it monthly. Basically, you get a choice. It'll be a videoed rant. In other words, you will physically see me getting pissed off. Rant video. On any topic. Now, it'll be like a poll, like, which of these 3 do you want? And that'll be the video. That will be in this. Again, will not violate anything I don't talk about on this channel. And it is, I will say this, though, it will be at the discretion of me. So, in other words, if it's something that, yes, it doesn't violate what I won't talk about on this channel, but I don't know enough about it, please have a backup. Just in case. But that's my idea. It's like it'll be 3 choices in a poll, whichever one gets highest, and it'll only be for that particular tier. I'm still thinking about it, but that's my idea. But if, I do have Patreon up, patreon.com/webdesigner18. I do have a Ko-fi page. I know I haven't updated either of those lately. I keep forgetting to do that because till I get the podcast recorded, processed, and uploaded, it's usually okay. I'm working on other stuff in the background and other shit just to try to get, something done. Because I'm trying to get either YouTube to work out and start, my hobby starts becoming something better. Or I can get, I want to try to get, some stuff sold on Etsy. That's another idea I thought up. Because then that's income coming in. That's stabilized income-ish coming in. Or stable-ish, because Etsy could easily stop. I could end up getting screwed over. The store could, I could end up losing that. But still, that's sort of my, here's plan A, here's plan B, God hoping I don't have to come up with a plan C. Plan Z is the nuclear option, which, let's face it, if I have to go the nuclear option, that's a bad thing, because that's not good. But, yes. So that's what's been going on with my week. I know this went a little long, but that's been my week. That has literally been my week. It has been one gigantic shithole. Is it getting any better? No. Is it getting any easier? No. Is it getting any less stressful? Hell no. Am I getting tired of it? You bet your ass. That's literally been my week. That has been what's happening. So that's what's been going on, folks. But yes, so there you go. That's been my week. Let's dive into the podcast. So, yay. This is going to be fun. Alright, so for those of you that haven't subscribed to him already, for the love of God, go subscribe to DIY Perks on YouTube. Holy crap. I'm not even going to joke about this. This guy is freaking amazing. Now, I actually subscribed to his channel after watching him build this media PC out of a busted-ass laptop. And I thought that was kick-ass. I'm like, hey, because I have a busted laptop. I have had my original laptop. I still have it at home yet. I still have the motherboard in it. I'm like, hey, I could take this thing apart, put it in, build a little case for it. And I was watching this. I'm like, hey, this is really cool. And that got me into his channel. I'm not going to lie. That officially got me into his channel. And I'm watching the channel, and I've been watching it. I have watched pretty much every video I think he's done. Because they've been really cool, really interesting. I do like the way he pronounces aluminum. He calls it aluminium, which is really cool for starters. I know it's just a UK thing, but still. That's really cool because it makes it sound like it's an entirely different metal, which is really interesting. It's aluminium. I like that. But yes. This time around, though, and he is blowing the hell up over this. And in all honesty, he fucking deserves it too. I'm not even gonna joke about that in the least. He fucking deserves it. So, inevitably, Sony's gonna get up off their ass and realize, hey, we gotta make a slim version of our PS5 because reasons. In all honesty, and I'm gonna say this because I think Sony kind of dropped the ball on this massively. Though I understand why they did it originally with the PS5, but figure it this way. When you have a system, and this is like the 5th generation of your console, of your particular console. As you had the PlayStation 2, PS3, PS4. This is the 5th one, so this is generation number 5 here. This is the 5th in the legacy, or 5th in the lineage here, okay? And you have made these things for how many years? You should have an idea of what works, what doesn't, and how to improve it for better marketability. What could possibly cost less? Put everything into one entirely botched up computer system, like one giant case, or look at how stuff is now. When the PS5 came out, there were already computers that were coming with the power brick. Hell, there's been some computers I've been seeing that come with a freaking power brick. There's no internal PSU anymore. Okay? And the power supply unit is what a PSU is. There's no internal PSUs anymore. They're all external. The gaming computer that I'm working on for me, so I can probably try doing some like gaming records and stuff like that, which is really cool. I do have some ideas for that. But that doesn't even have a built-in PSU. It's a power brick on the outside, because if I actually thought about getting a possible replacement or backup just in case, which is probably not a bad idea to get, if I can get a good deal for one. But here's the thing. When you have a system, and this is the 5th in the lineage, you should be able to figure out, hey, maybe it's not a bad idea to make this already a slim form factor model. Let's just cut out the middleman of this thing and work on this. Now, here's the issue that I have with the PS5. Before I go back into the article, so I know I'm getting a little off on it here, but the PS5 is a massive fucking hog. okay? It is a hog. It looks like something that you ripped off of Aperture Science, for starters. I'm pretty sure Gladys is pissed. So either you survived Gladys, or this is one of her 6 sadistic experiments. Which then again, judging for how the PS5 is, I don't doubt that it's a 6 sadistic experiment from Gladys. I really don't. What bothers me about this, and this is honestly where my issue with this comes in. You have a console that can overheat, that you actually had to come up with a different way to cool this bitch. And they sell accessories to cool these things. There's the cheapest accessory. You want to know the best way to cool your PS5 and your Xbox? Let me tell you what it is, folks. I was doing it to a computer for years. It's called a desktop fan. You want to know what you do? You plug that in, you point the bitch directly at your game system, and you pop that baby on high. And that will cool it off. Fast. Trust me. But yes, that has been a huge deal when it comes to a lot of these consoles. Is the power supply, the cooling, the temperature. Well, the deal, I don't even know what the hell his name is. I honestly don't. I think he says it in his videos, but I can never catch it. It's Matthew Perks. Okay. Whew. Wow. Okay, thank you. So Matthew Perks. All right, I honestly didn't know his name. I subscribed to the freaking channel. I didn't even know his name. I just know him as the DIY Perks guy. That's all I know. That's funny. He's made the PS5 Slim. So he's done what Sony has been unable to do. Sony, are you paying attention here? Watch this. Give this man a medal, for starters. He has done the impossible. But this is blowing the hell up. I know I tweeted this. I even tweeted it out to him that he was in Kotaku article. And this thing is like going everywhere. He was trending on YouTube for it. It's massively impressive. So the current PS5, the shape and size of a Dubai skyscraper, it's Sony's big-ass, monolith at this point. It's the PS5. Yeah, the thing that if it breaks or gets screwed in any way, shape, or form, you're boned. Yeah, I got it. So he has achieved this slimmer PS5 by using a water pump cooling system. He welded everything in an oven. Not joking. I'm not joking on this. I've watched the video. It's a really cool video, by the way. And he made this thing super freaking slim. Now, to be fair, there was one little tiny hiccup that happened in his video, and he did address it. So there's a fan that, like a whole string of fans and everything that cools the water and that going in, that tipped over. All the fans got, blocked. He didn't catch that. He didn't notice it happened right away. All of a sudden, PS5 freezes. He deep fried the motherboard. So because there was a sponsor for his video, they were nice enough to let him slice that thing up for testing purposes, granted. Although you kind of sacrificed it, but I'm pretty sure he put it back together then and gave it back to him. Basically, they, in essence, they lent him a PS5 to show off their product, which was skins to customize your PS5, which actually did look pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie about that. But what happened was, because his PS5 motherboard got screwed because it couldn't stay cool, he had to use that one to test to make sure that this, everything still worked, and it did. It worked fine then. But there was a hiccup, and he goes, I usually don't show these screw-ups. I usually, some of this stuff's taken out in editing, but I wanted to show this one. And it was really good that he did. It shows that you're human. But this is definitely a massive undertaking. This was not easy by any means. So he basically made this thing, circular saw to cut it. I think he said he used brass or something. Either way, it was not cheap either. Slimmer than the current PS5 perhaps wouldn't be the biggest challenge. So much as the gargantuan machine which comes from the flourishes in its casing alongside an absolutely enormous power supply. The fucker is huge. Which brings back my point of, you have power adapters now. Hell, I'm looking at a monitor right now that has a power brick. It connects to a plug, which connects over to an outlet. Okay? And that goes into a power brick. So that takes the direct current that's coming into, it's through your walls, DC current, and it changes it to AC. Laptops have had this for how long now? Okay? Sony. Laptops have had this. Get off your ass. Laptops have had this. It takes the direct current and changes it to alternating current. Okay? Laptops have had this technology. You don't just plug a laptop in with a cord that just sucks in the DC current. Oh my god, I'll blow it. No. No. It changes DC to AC. That's why if you ever have one of those little bricks, you'll know what I mean by this. Because when I had my laptop, my very first laptop, it worried the hell out of me. I'm like, oh my god, this brick's getting really warm. Yeah, because it's changing AC to DC. It's gonna make it warm. It's nice when you're really cold and it's like wintertime and it's kind of cold and you want to warm your hands up when you're done working on your computer. Just hold the brick in your hands and you can take the heat right off of it right into your hands and it will warm your hands right back up. It's nice. But yes. So this is technology that has been around for a while. It just took this man to finally do it. And he did. He made this thing tiny. He actually made it smaller than what he was aiming for. So he water-cooled this bitch, and he had to do that by creating a plate for it, and that he welded in the oven. A literal oven. He fixed that up there. It was really cool. There is a link to this, by the way, in the article, so you can easily watch it and pull it up again. But aside from the power supply, though, they have some pretty sticky, outy heat sinks. And the cooling requirements, like I was saying about. So he did this with water pumps and everything else. But this machine pumps out a shit ton of heat. The most important thing to do when you're redoing a game system like this is, how do you cool this bitch? And that basically is, you can make yourself a computer, okay? And anybody that's ever seen the movie Summer Wars, you're gonna know where I'm coming from with this. In fact, I had to do this years ago, and I mean like many, many, many years ago, before we got the desktop that replaced our old one at home. We actually had an ice pack, and what I used to do, no lie, I used to take the ice pack, wrap it in a towel, and put it on top of my tower. That way the cool air would seep into the tower from the top going down, because our tower stood vertically. I put it literally on the top, and that way it would drop down onto it, and it would help to cool the computer down. Because our computer started getting kind of warm, and it started acting funny. And when I said this, I'm on the phone with tech support for something the one time. I'm like, well, no, I said my computer gets really warm, because I was like, no, it's running a little slow. They're like, well, yeah, it's because your internet connection's too slow, sir. I said, no. I said, it's probably because either A, I'm doing an update, or B, my computer's running kind of warm and it's slowing down the process. No, sir, that's not the purpose of it. I said, no, I said, it does kind of run warm. I said, I put an ice pack on it to help keep it cool. No, sir, that's, you're making this up, sir. No, I'm not. We actually we did. There was a big-ass ice pack, too. We wrapped it in a towel. That way, when it melted, it wouldn't drip water everywhere. The towel would absorb it. And we literally just sat that bitch right on top of it. And I'm not even joking, the cool air just went right down, and it did help to cool it off a bit. It made a difference, especially on hot days. It made a difference. It really did. Of course, now we have a little more open where it is, so it's probably a little better. But yeah, when it comes to cooling though, holy shit. That is big for this stuff. But yeah, so he did this by making a water pump. He water cooled this thing. So he built a handmade water cooling system between copper sheets, which is what came with the oven. That's the oven thing. So this is huge. You go into this video, you're watching more and more of it, it's like, this is, this guy's a freaking wizard. And he is. He took a busted laptop and turned it into a freaking desktop media PC. He took a busted laptop screen, not even joking, and turned that into a secondary screen. He turned that secondary, and this is the best part. So he took that project then, that screen that he made, that second screen that you can make out of a desktop, or a laptop monitor, which I actually have a spare monitor at home. I thought about doing that. I think I still have it. I know where I have it at. I just don't have the time to really do it anymore. But he made a second monitor from that. Then he turned that monitor and made it wireless by adding a battery pack on the back of it. So it was wireless, and it was battery operated. You could take it. It was portable then. He did the impossible. This guy's fucking Doctor Who up in this bitch. That is the. I mean, this guy's like Doctor Who. So this is just, impressive. Honestly, I was impressed by this. Now, of course, unless you are willing to follow his exact thing step by step by step by step by step, do not attempt this at home. Because I guarantee you, aside from his one screw-up that he made, which he caught with the fan and that falling over, there is a chance you're liable to either burn yourself, blow something up, or do something else. So be very, very, very careful. Otherwise, this is really interesting. Honestly, I'm freaking... I love this, for starters. I mean, you made a Slim PS5. That's impressive. In all honesty, and I'm not even joking on this, I had thought about some cool ideas. I have, some used tablets at home. I had thought about turning one of those into a wireless keyboard, like a literal touchscreen. All it is just a keyboard. And I was looking around on ideas and ways to do that, and I have found a couple that might work. I thought about, this is an idea I can do with with one of my old tablets. I could do this. I had thought about finding a original PlayStation 1, which you can easily find one for parts not working, and turning that into a little computer. Just to have. Seriously, a little computer, just to have, and say, look, no, right here. It's a computer. Turn that thing on and boots up Windows. Or you turn it on, boots up Linux. Or you turn it on, boots up Mac OS. I don't care. But that was an idea that I thought of. Now, to say whether or not it's insane, well, to each their own. But this is definitely impressive, first off. I mean, if you were not impressed by his channel beforehand, if this doesn't make you impressed, then what else does he have to do? Build an entire house out of bricks? Like Lego bricks that you can physically live in? Or does he have to build a house out of, robot parts? Does he have to build a little robot out of a tin can, a screwdriver, and a steering wheel? This guy is fucking MacGyver here. This is like Doctor Who and MacGyver mixed. So, yeah, if you weren't impressed by his channel beforehand, I can't help you, because this is impressive to me. And I've been a subscriber. I like the one that he did where he made this big-ass computer desk. Then he lost the footage, then he lost some of the footage from it because his hard drive crashed, and he had to get it recovered. So that sucked. But, yeah, this guy is really interesting. And really, a lot of his stuff that he does is really impressive. I've been a subscriber for a while. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you do so. Because, good freaking God, you need to subscribe to this channel. This guy is impressive. But, yes, so he is actually with us. So, congratulations. Yeah, you are better than most of the other people that I've seen out there that are doing DIY stuff on YouTube. You, sir deserve this. This is a round of applause. Round of applause. You, sir, deserve this. You deserve every accolade that comes your way. Every single one. And if the new society were to ever take over the world, we would ever be invaded by beings from another galaxy or another planet, and they're like, bring us, only the best and the brightest survive. I nominate him to survive. The guy made a PS5 to slim. He slimmed down a PS5. We need to keep this one. He'll be useful to the new World Order. Me? No, feed me to a volcano. He's the one that's worth saving right now. But yeah, I mean, that is impressive. I'm not even going to lie about that. But yes, if you haven't checked out the channel, go check his channel out. It's DIY Perks. Holy shit, it's freaking beautiful. God damn. Alright, so life-size props are not uncommon. You have like life-size movie props. There's people out there that make life-size replicas of... I know there's like a life-size Stormtrooper replica that one person had made. There's life-size models and stuff that people have made of like characters, TV shows. Look at the life-size Gundam model that they made over in Japan. There's like 3 or 4 of them now. So yes, life-size models and life-size figures are not uncommon. Now, when you start getting into anime though, that's where some people start throwing questionable ethics into things. So there's a life-size Rent-A-Girlfriend Chizuru figure that can now be available for photo dates. Or for date photos, I should say. So if you've ever wanted to go on a date with the most popular character from Rent-A-Girlfriend, well, you finally have the opportunity. So she topped a character popularity poll that was held to mark the milestone for the manga hitting 200 chapters. And the life-size figure that was produced as a result is officially done with production. Thanks to the campaign in the year's 30th and 31st issues of Weekly Shonen Magazine, one lucky winner will get a chance to take date photos with the figure, complete with the full cooperation of the Asuka... Oh, Jesus, good. With the I'm sorry. And then I saw the rest of it, I was starting to laugh so bad now. The Sakusa Hanayashiki amusement park that was featured in the manga. See, that's the part that I started laughing at. When I saw amusement park, I started losing it. It's like an amusement park. So you can you can get a photo date, some date photos with this life-size figure. At least this lucky winner will, at an amusement park. The park will be reserved just for the winner during the photo session. So whoever nets the prize will be able to enjoy some time with Chizuru and photographic evidence of said date. So, when you go to your next anime or weeb convention, you can officially say, no. See, look, I was on a date. Oh my God, you were! Did you get some? No, it's a freaking statue. I won that contest. Ah, man. Lucky. And you lucky. That's why I started laughing. When you hear the word amusement park and you see what it is, then you cannot tell me you would not start laughing at that point. Because I started fucking laughing like crazy then. It's like amusement park. I heard the words amusement and park in the same amusement park. So I wasn't crazy? Okay, so it's okay, I wasn't crazy. Good to know. Not crazy. Yeah. So you get close up though of the figure, and yeah, the eyes are this is the one thing. If you ever see like a statue or figure or something, this is something that I did in high school and I got freaking ridiculed like hell for it. Look into the eyes of the thing. If they look really lifelike, okay? And I mean like really freaking lifelike, that's scary. That means they really know what they were doing to make this thing look extremely realistic. And that's just horrifyingly scary. But yeah, it's lifelike, you can tell. So here's what the press release has to say about it. So this life-size figure is 162.5 centimeters tall, which let's convert that to non-metric, shall we? So 162.5 centimeters to feet, I guess. I want 162. Yes, okay. So that is 5'3" It's a 5'3" Okay, cool. So she's 5'3". Got it. With beautiful long hair. Okay. Not gonna lie about that. White skin. Well, okay, thank you for bringing that up. Long legs. Okay. Yeah, for 5'3". Okay. An outstanding style. Alright, not gonna argue on that one. A super beautiful girl that everyone will look back on has been fully recreated. And unlike regular figures, this life-size Chizuru Mizuhara wears real clothes. Oh, you better have this inside of a building then. You better have this inside of a building with cameras. Focused on it all the time. There we go. Yeah, the clothes are custom made to match Mizuru's out-of-this-world shape. Okay, I'm looking at this figure. She's not overly busty. She's not overly sexualified. What out-of-this-world shape are you smoking? She looks, honest to God, she looks like a freaking regular average girl. Press release. What was it? Yen Press? Kodansa's press release. We need to have a talk. What do you consider an what do you consider an in this world shape then? If she's out of this, anybody out there that's listening to this, pull up the article. Look at literally pull up the article right now. Look at the picture. Tell me the first picture up here. You see her, and standing up, and the two that are up in the upper right corner. You get a back view and a front view. Tell me how that is an out of this world shape. Cause from where I'm standing. From where I'm sitting, from where I'm looking, she looks normal, average. She's not overly busty like a lot of Ichi characters are. She's not overly sexualified like a lot of fan service characters are. She is average, normal looking. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Was that a translation error or something? Did I miss something somewhere? Especially for a fucking college student. Come on. So the second season, though, of Rent a Girlfriend is about to kick off in July, which honestly, the clips that I saw for the first season were pretty funny. It's going to stream on Crunchyroll, sadly, which means that you need to have a subscription in order to view Crunchyroll, unless there are people that are going to be going, Pirate Time! Sorry, I had to. You know when Crunchyroll did that? They opened up the floodgates for an entire slew of piracy to happen once again. When they closed off the port for free access and they started charging, you should have saw the black flags raising in the distance like, Yar har, mateys! They charged us for war now! Here we go! You knew it was coming. But here's how Crunchyroll describes Season 2 of Rent a Girlfriend. A hopeless college student, Kinoshita Kazuya, meets a graceful rental girlfriend, Mizuhara Chizuru, and ends up introducing her as his girlfriend to his family and friends. Time goes on with Kazuya unable to tell the truth as he's surrounded by devilish ex-girlfriend, Nanami Mami. Seriously, it's M-A-M-I. Not even joking. Who keeps coming back to tempt him for some reason. Hyper-aggressive provisional girlfriend, Sarashina Ruka, who doesn't know how to take no for an answer. And super shy, but diligent and hard-working younger rental girlfriend, Sakurasawa Sumi. Beautiful girlfriends of all types. The pub, the beach, hot springs, Christmas, and New Year's. Having gone through these challenging events, Kazuya's feelings for Chizuru keep growing stronger, but she reveals a shocking truth that threatens to shake their relationship to the very core. Oh god, she's pregnant. I. What was that? There was an anime. Yeah, that's why I brought that up. There was an anime. I saw a clip of it. It was the younger sister was trying her damnedest to protect her older brother from this girl, and the older brother's texting her, and she goes in to tell him, "Hey, the bathroom's free. You can go like wash up." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then she sees his phone. And he gets a text from the girl just as he walks out. And she's like, "Oh, he's talking to her again." She goes through this entire ordeal, and the girl realizes it's the younger sister. She's like, "Oh, it's so cute. She knows exactly who it is." It's like, "Oh, okay, it's not him anymore." Okay, cool. So then here, because she's like young and naive, so this girl's like, "Well, did what we do yesterday, was that meaningless to you? Like, what, they just took a nap together?" It's like, what's the big deal? So we just took a nap together. It's like, didn't it mean anything to you? Not at all. She went through the entire thing. It basically ended with her convincing the younger sister that she's knocked up with her older brother's kid. And all of a sudden it's like, then how did I wind up with this baby? It's like, how? There's no way. The only way that could possibly happen is like, and she texts back, "Are you sure it's mine? I haven't slept with anyone else. Only you." And then the younger sister goes running out of the room then as the older brother comes back in. Is like, "What are you doing with my phone?" She hands him back his phone, runs out and goes, "Mommy!" And I forget what the kid's name is. "Got some girl pregnant!" And all of a sudden, he's like, "Wait, I did what now?" I get a fucking kick out of that every time I watch it. Every time I pull that clip up, I get a fucking kick out of that clip. So, okay, so she's about to reveal a shocking truth that's going to threaten to shake their relationship to the very core. Your check is bounced. I'm sorry, but I cannot be your rental girlfriend anymore until you get a better line of credit. Alright, I'm assuming either, okay, she doesn't like him, she's leaving, there's a slew of things there, but of course, I'm going to go right to the humorous ones. Thank you very much. I'm going to go right to the humorous ones, because I just feel like they're the most funny. So there's, like, 3 of them that I come up with. Okay, so either A, she's pregnant, which, I don't think so. B, she's leaving. C, she's married to somebody else. D, she doesn't love him but loves somebody else. Or insert anything else for the rest of the alphabet. You need to go into double letters, go into double letters. God. I'm not going to lie about this. I think this is really funny. So I can't wait for Season 2 to drop. Looking forward to it, honestly. It's going to be interesting, I'm not going to lie. But yes, sounds really good. But holy crap, it's just, wow. Just freaking wow, I'm telling you. Alright, so this is honestly a game I never thought would have made it past the sequel. So, for those of you that never heard of No More Heroes, I haven't looked this one up. I remember this starting off as a Wii game. I remember this was like a Wii game when it came out. Because it was like the first M-rated game for the Wii. If I almost remember that. Let's see here. Yeah, it was a hack and slash video game, action adventure, 2007 for the Wii. Let's see here. Published by Marvelous Entertainment, developed by Grasshopper Manufacturer, Ubisoft. So it's published by Marvelous Entertainment, Ubisoft, and Rising Star Games. Directed and designed, blah, blah, blah. It's a touchdown. Yeah, the game follows Travis Touchdown, a fan of video games and anime who wins a beam katana in an auction from which he inadvertently becomes involved in the United Assassins Association and forced to kill assassins higher in rank to prevent other assassins from targeting it. So basically, it's sort of like a Afro Samurai meets Nerd. I remember this coming out on the Wii. Yes, yeah, this was out on the Wii. Yeah. Like, it's like released on the Switch then. I don't know. Yeah, Windows got a copy of it. So, yeah, I remember this coming out. And this was making me think, I'm like, okay. So, there was a couple sequels. No More Heroes 2, which also came out on the Wii. It was another M-rated game on the Wii. Which, for Nintendo's freaking system of it's family friendly, really says something right there. You're supposed to have, this is supposed to be a family friendly game, and here it's M-rated games. So yeah, then there was Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. That was a PS4 game, so basically it left Nintendo then for a while. Then we're getting No More Heroes 3 now. That dropped its trailer. Oh, that one was on the Switch. So that was all right. So there was an M-rated game on the Switch. Oh my god, damn. So there was an M-rated game on the Switch. We're getting PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X and S later this year, which is what the new trailer is dropping for those. So it already came out for the Switch. God damn, I thought this had left Nintendo, but no. But yeah, I remember this is like a huge controversy too when it first came out, because I almost remember it being because it was the first game that got an M rating for the freaking Switch. And I remember this is the game where in order to save, you have to use a toilet. You're taking a crap in a toilet. That's how you save in this game. I've seen that. So No More Heroes 3 is going to be released on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S in Japan on October 6th. And it's going to be released on PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, S, and PC via Stream and Microsoft Windows Store in the West sometime this fall. It said like October 2, I think. Though an exact date for that has not been given, well, it was on the Wikipedia page. Ahead of this Marvelous Entertainment released a trailer that's almost 3 minutes long, and I'm not watching it, by the way. But here's the description of it by XC, who gave the following description for No More Heroes 3. Being the #1 assassin in the world isn't what it used to be. Otaku hero Travis Touchdown is back once more, forced out of retirement to defend Santa Destroy and Earth. Okay. In an intergalactic test of might, while proving he's more than just a washed-up has-been who talks to his cat. Warm up those beam katanas, tighten the all-new Death Glove, and get ready to partake in an outrageous boss battles against the evil Prince F.U. and his 9 alien henchmen as Travis fights his way to the top of the galactic superhero rankings. So what the hell is this now? Afro Samurai in space? Yeah. So apparently, though in the West, you can additionally get a Day 1 edition, but only for the PlayStation and Xbox versions. If you get the Day 1 edition, you'll be provided with a 7x4 Santa Destroy biker license plate, a 70-page art book, the soundtrack on CD, plus a box with a brand new illustration from Yusuke Kazaki, the series artist. The game had previously been released for the Nintendo Switch in late summer 2021. The original No More Heroes game came out way back in 2007, and just for the Wii, though PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions were eventually offered as well. The next game in the series, No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle, came out in 2010 and was followed by Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes in 2019. So this game, first off, not counting the little side ones there, like No More, like Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, I kind of feel like that's a branch off in a way. So you're going No More Heroes, No More Heroes 2, and No More Heroes 3. So you have the 3 main lineage games, and this thing's still going. So first off, that tells you this is a testament to time. But yeah, this was an M-rated game that came out on the Wii. And at the time, I'm pretty sure this was like the only, when it came out, was like the first, I almost swear it was like the first M-rated game. Hold on. I'm almost sure it was the first M-rated game on the Wii. I'm almost certain it was the first. I'm almost certain it was the first one, because I know that they eventually got Call of Duty World at War and other stuff, but I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was the first. I want to say it was the first. Don't quote me on it. I want to say it was the first. Yeah, it might not have been, but I almost want to. I want to say it was the first, but don't quote me on it. But I almost remember it being like this is an M-rated game for the Wii. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, so this will actually work. And it just kind of like went off. So I know for the Wii U there was like a whole bunch of M-rated games. You had Bayonetta and all those other ones. So yeah, but I want to say that it was kind of the first, but I'm probably wrong in that. So don't quote me on it, but I want to say it was the first. Probably wasn't, but I want to say it was the first. Unless the other was just released quietly and nobody gave two shits about it, but that is possible. But yeah, I want to say it was the first. I'm probably wrong, but I want to say the first. If I'm wrong, someone in the comments will tell me, but I almost want to say that it was like the first one. But yeah, then this game, I honestly thought it fell into obscurity. Then the sequel came out. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, it deserves a sequel. It wasn't that bad from the gameplay-wise that I saw of it. I don't own a Wii, I never did. I'm like, okay, it wasn't that bad gameplay-wise from what I saw. I'm like, yeah, all right, it deserves a sequel. It deserves a sequel. Then you get... Now we're getting a third one. Okay, now you know we're getting somewhere. And you had the branch off game. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, now you know we're getting somewhere. And first off, this is a better showing of you don't need to make the game massive in order to release it quickly. Now, unless this one's going to suck, but if it warranted a trilogy for the main games at least and not a spin-off trilogy, which, okay, there's like one spin-off game, that's what I'm thinking that one was. You basically have, what? 3 main games. How long did it take Kingdom Hearts to give us Kingdom Hearts 3? And we're getting Kingdom Hearts 4, what? In, what did I say? 5 years? 6? We'll probably get it. 5, 6 years? 5, 6 years, maybe? Down the road, we'll get Kingdom Hearts 6? Yeah, it'll be like 5, 6 years down the road. So that's when we'll get Kingdom Hearts 6. Yeah, it'll be like 5, 6 years. 5 or 6 years later, we'll have Kingdom Hearts 6, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's great. But yeah, so No More Heroes 3 is dropping for the other systems. You can just play it on the Switch, just give Nintendo your money. Nobody's gonna fault you for just giving Nintendo your money. Just give it to Nintendo. Alright, so how many of you out there love My Hero Academia? How many of you are still interested in My Hero Academia? How many of you give a rat's ass about My Hero Academia? If you answered yes, yes, or no to any of those questions, then Season 6 is probably for you. So the preview for Season 6 has dropped, the promo video. So the TV adaptation is getting ready to jump into Season 6. Season 5 ended I think it was like sometime last year. Season 5 ended. And we're finally going to get Season 6. Autumn of this year is when it's coming out, so obviously it makes sense. For those of you that don't know what My Hero Academia is, let me just give you a little tidbit here, the synopsis. So you got Izuku Midoriya, who has always wanted to be a hero. In this world of quirks, where basically that's your superpower, and everybody's quirk is different. He enrolls in UA, where he wants to learn to become a hero, like his all-time idol, All Might, the hero of heroes, the symbol of hope and justice. Unfortunately, All Might's kind of not what he is made out to be. Whereas he is the symbol of peace, unfortunately, the symbol of peace has now has a time limit after taking on a villain that has gravely wounded him, and is making it so that his powers cannot stay permanently. This unfortunately leads him to realize that maybe, just maybe, Midoriya is the one that can harness the true nature of One for All, my quirk, which he honestly will. giving him the quirk after seeing how he selflessly rushed in to save his classmate who was being held hostage by a villain. No powers, no plan, no idea what the hell he was doing, Izuku Midoriya rushed into danger to save his classmate and impressed All Might to the point that All Might decided to take him on as his pupil, which he did. And with his help, he's hoping to make Izuku Midoriya the greatest of all heroes. Yeah, nothing's basically stopping him. It's really impressive. The series is going on really well. The manga's still going. But Season 6 is teasing this intense battle, and I'm assuming it's going to be the one that was in the manga. So, this is a spoiler for the anime-only people out there. What happened in the manga was simple. There was a massive battle with, I think it was it Niboru, I want to say, or Nomura? One of the two. I'd actually have to double-check the name. But basically, he was All For One's little whipping boy in a way. He was kind of grooming him to take over his body in a way so that he could, do shit. And he's also the grandson of All Might's former mentor. Yes, All Might's former teacher. Yeah, this is basically, if you've ever seen Steven Universe, consider this one more mess Midoriya's got to clean up. So, the entirety of the final battle, or at least the intense battle that was in the manga, saw literally the entire city get pretty much pummeled. In the aftermath, heroes were deciding whether or not they even wanted to stay on as heroes. Was this even a viable, job anymore? Should they just give this up and do something else with their lives? And a lot of heroes lost their lives. This was the battle that we lost. And by the way, massive spoiler here, but then again, the manga's been out. Midnight died. There was countless other ones that didn't survive this one. There was just a lot of them that just did not come out of this. Eraserhead ended up reforming another group then in the aftermath. There's just a large slew of issues, and Midoriya ended up being the one that kind of saved everybody in a way, even to the annoyance of Endeavor, who was basically having to listen to children, and he couldn't do shit. The world's new number one hero, and he couldn't even do squat to help anybody. He couldn't do squat. And the kids were the ones that were coming up with better ideas and better strategies than he could. And he was the adult, he was the hero, and they were doing a better job than he was. So, if that's the battle that I think they're leaning towards, yeah, that's going to be epic to see that animated, for starters. That's going to be huge. Because that wiped a lot of shit out. There was a wave that just decimated the entire city. In the aftermath, after the battle, the tolls were taken, a lot of people's lives were lost, some heroes' lives were lost, the whole hero community was completely shifted on its head, and that's when Midoriya made the ultimate decision: it's time for me to leave UA, because I'm putting everybody in danger, because they're coming after me, they're not, and I don't want them to be hurt, they're going to come after me hard. And that was his entire, I'm getting the fuck out of here, and he told all of his classmates in a letter to every single one of them that, All Might gave me his quirk. It wasn't something that I had. All Might gave it to me. And because of that, they're tracking me down, and I don't feel like dragging you all into this. And he left. And then I remember one part, he even actually he left All Might in the dust, too. And Christopher Sabat, who voices All Might, actually read the manga panel. He put that up on Twitter. He read the manga panel as, in All Might's voice, the part when Deku just took off and left All Might in the dust. And it's just like, damn. So if that's what this season's going to be bringing to the table, and that's the ultimate, that's going to be like the finale for the season, and that's what they're leaning towards, that's going to be one hell of a finale. It's going to be one hell of a season. Because that's huge. That was a huge turning point in the series. So if that's where they're going with this, well, goddamn, because I fell off of season, I want to say season 5. I didn't get a chance to watch much of season 5, so I gotta go back and try to watch that. But yeah, if huge, gigantic, massive, holy shit. If that's what they're bringing to the table, then yeah, that's big. That's big. That's gonna be huge, freaking mungus. If that's what they're bringing to the table, that's yeah, that's gonna be huge. So yeah, but yeah, if that's what they're bringing to the table for season 6, it's gonna be worth it though. It's definitely going to be worth it. Of course, though, remember, it's going to be up on Crunchyroll, so, of course, you're going to have to have your, freaking, I'm going to have to have a subscription, which I'm not paying for Crunchyroll, so, come on, pirates! Not that I'm encouraging piracy, but Crunchyroll knew what they were getting into. They knew the bed, they knew what they were getting into when they went and shit the bed. They knew what they were getting into. They knew. They knew what they were getting into when they shit the bed like this. They know. So, yeah. But either way, if that's what they're bringing to the table for season 6, holy shit, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be massive. That's for damn sure.